What's up? What's up? Welcome in to Burn Bowl Debate.
What up?
What's up? What's up, man?
I just feel like saying roll tide to everybody.
Man, boy, Eagles.
Everybody, roll tide.
Boy, Eagles, that man. We're on our way to the top. That will be Auburn, Alabama on their way to the bottom.
How you fix it? Anyway, okay. Already with the personal attacks.
Auburn on their way to the bottom, man. I am DC Wolf, man. I got my man, the mind of Alabama, man. Tight sports, Alabama Mega Cast, ladies and gentlemen. The talk is in here.
Get it.
What's going on, Tight? How you doing, man? How you doing?
93 days.
93 days.
93 days. Florida State, we're coming for you.
All right.
We're coming to your hometown, and we're gonna kick down the door.
Be careful what you ask for, Tight.
Gonna blow the wheels off. Don't see your fellas all over the place. Be
careful what you ask for, man. You know, Gus used to doing strange things to Alabama, man, and the Alabama fans, y'all got to deal with Gus Malzahn, who has a whole year to prepare for one game, bro, at home.
Yeah.
Woo!
It was the great 18-year-old Ryan Williams who told one John Gruden,
that
we're gonna kill a net with a sledgehammer.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Kill a net with a sledgehammer.
Okay. All right. Hey, man.
That's what you're counseling. Just like that.
Okay. Bro, y'all gonna need some counseling if y'all lose that game. And we're gonna start talking about the games, like, man, in the coming weeks. We're gonna talk about, man, the upcoming games, especially week 1.
We're gonna break down some games, tie
games, Auburn games. You know what I'm saying?
Tell your FSU friends come get some, or your family. Please. I know the family be bringing the nasty food to your cookouts. The jello with the marshmallows in it. And swear they did some kind of culinary masterpiece. You be like, get this trash out of here. That's the grandma talk. Somebody get this trash out of
Florida State fans, where you at, man? This man talking about y'all. Huggy Beard, what's up? Time to come on and get down with the get down. You heard me?
It's one thing for people to undercook chicken. It's an art. But FSU fans, they undercook pork.
Dang, FSU fans, man. Y'all let this man talk about y'all. Dang, man. Man, what's up, man? Bubba and the old man. Yo, what's up, Bubba, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah. Gotta call my mama. Okay. Right back. Gotta call my mama. Okay, do that, man. What's up?
We're gonna have all due respect for Mrs. Bubba.
Yeah. Bubba and the old man. Tell the old man I said, what's up, man? Tell the old lady I said, what's up? She gave me the permission to call her the old lady. So it's okay. Good. Tell the old lady I said, what's up? Tell the old man I said, what's up? The OG. Shout out to Bubba and the old man. He gonna be on with me Sunday too, Tight.
What?
6 p.m. Eastern time for Have You Heard Auburn News Today, man. My man Bubba gonna be on there. We're gonna talk some quarterback. Auburn Tigers. Let's go. 90 days. Auburn football. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Hit somebody.
Yes, sir. Tight. Let's get to it, man. Let's get right to it.
Let's do it, man. Let's get in. Hit it.
We finna get right to it.
We're gonna hit it.
Man, are these coaches crying and panicking?
Hold that
right there.
Hold that right there. Let me look at the jerseys. Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold up. Let's go back to this first. Auburn, Alabama football recruiting. Auburn is at number 36.
Oh my God.
Auburn is at Alabama is at 45.
Is this the average of all 4 polls? Or just
no, this is just football. Period. High school football recruiting.
No.
Auburn and Alabama are 36 and 45.
Where do you get the number from? No, I'm challenging the numbers.
247 Sports, man.
Oh, what? You went to one recruiting service. How many recruiting services do you acknowledge in your world? I acknowledge 4 in mine. How many do you acknowledge in your world?
What you want me to do? You want me to go to
I think our average would be in place. You could do a weighted average. I would give ESPN the lowest one, but
okay,
you can average out maybe.
Oh, okay. So you want to go and just average all of them out? Okay, we can do that. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
It's still gonna be lower than y'all, man, because y'all got it, man. Y'all got the juice, man. The crazy juice.
You know what I don't want to happen.
Juice. Y'all got
juice. What I don't want to happen, Tight.
What's that?
What I don't want.
What you don't want to happen
is
another Iron Bowl victory.
I don't want Alabama to pick up a recruiting and just leave us out here at 36 like this. I cannot come on every week and just
like. We had a nice weekend.
Georgia was with us, Tight. Georgia was recently with us, and people.
And they dust y'all off real quick.
Oh my God, man! Georgia is in the top 10 now. So
I don't know how many offers you can make at one time, but Alabama has offered at least 25 stars, and I'm trying to say, how is that even possible?
You got to, man.
I guess so. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning.
And hope for about 4 or 5.
I know you were hoping for 4 or 5, but with 5, I think I know what they're doing over there. I think I got a clue of what they're doing over there.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's go to it right here. Let me ask you this question, man. Hey, recently Dabo Swinney, Clemson head coach, and recently
Dumbo,
Kirby Smart, Georgia head coach. Man, they are complaining about the transfer portal, man, saying
again
it ain't no rules. You know what I'm saying? We have
so what are they specifically saying? You guys want to know this?
Dabo said it ain't no rules, man. Kirby said we have 2 portal windows, man. It's like they're saying, to paraphrase, something need to be done about this portal. Now, let me ask you a question. Are they panicking, crying? You know what I'm saying? Or is this a legitimate conversation to have, man? Are they just crying and panicking because, you know what I'm saying, other people keeping up with them, and you know what I'm saying, the field is being leveled? Talk to me,
Tyke. If what is that serenity prayer where it says, you know, God grant me the serenity to handle the things that I can control and to deal with the things I cannot change.
Okay.
If you're saying the portal has 2 windows and you don't have the ability to change it yourself, and the other guy is saying there are no rules in the portal, however, both flourished under a system that was totally skewed toward the university and the coaches.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say you're crying. You're crying. You're crying. You're crying like my newborn babies. I'm gonna say you're crying, and you're turning. You know, you're turning like, you know, raspberry in the cheeks. You're crying so hard. Stop that crying. Go ahead and quit. Quit, then, sucker, quit. That's what a lot of them doing. A lot of these suckers quitting. They're getting up out of the business, and they're crying on their way out.
Crying on their way out.
The things have become so. Man, you ain't won nothing, bro. Not these 2. There are coaches that are quitting, making some grand things that this ain't football no more. When it was football, you wasn't winning. So what difference does it make? You're crying.
They're crying.
Why don't you carry your butt to the Supreme Court and go in there and be like, hey, we can't do this thing with no. Go tell them. 9 folks messed you up. Some combination of 9 folks blew your world. Either you adapt and overcome, or go quit. Go fishing. I'm talking about the coaches that make them, you know, if you make $1 million right now as a football coach, just $1 million, and you about 60, you can ride out with that. Go get your high school job.
That's right.
They got rules down there for now. They got rules down there for now. And I saw some coaches, top 10 state of Georgia and Alabama is like $250,000 a year. Quit. Go do that. They ain't got no rules over there, but you ain't gonna quit, are you? Oh, we like that little 10 million. We like that 7 million. You ain't quitting. You want to complain.
Yeah. We want to cry.
You want to cry.
Yeah. And that's
you
when
we quit.
Yeah, that's when we say we're young in the country, man. You know what I'm saying? You playing basketball, man. You get fouled. You want to foul people, but when you get fouled, you want to start crying about fouls.
Start crying.
Saying crying is like this illegitimate thing you do to make excuses. But I'm excuses. I don't think they crying, bro. I think it's legit.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I think it's legitimate, man.
Hey, the goat tapped out. The goat said, "Hey, I gotta go."
The goat got up out of there, man. Goat got up out of there, man. He stepped on out on him. So
the paradigm is off, baby. I got to go.
Yeah, I gotta go. But I will say this, tight. I think, man, for the transfer portal, it's not like with the NIL money and stuff like that. I think they're crying about NIL money, man, because as long as they're making money, you don't see them crying and I'm making too much money and all this stuff. Now that on the money side, they are definitely crying.
Okay, now, I'm just like this. Okay, go ahead.
Portal side, man, you have one portal. You have 2 portals.
Right.
Man, how many portals do you need, bro? I mean,
they work at universities.
One is enough for you to transfer if you know you want to transfer. I think that's fair, man. We don't need to, in that case, bro, have 50 portals then.
Right.
Why do we have to have?
But you have, I think the only reason
why do we have to have so many portals? I'm with them, dude. I don't think it's crime. I think it's the legitimate argument to say, okay, bro, they have an opportunity to transfer. We don't need 20 opportunities, do we? Maybe I'm wrong.
You do have to have 2. I didn't like it being open for 30 days. You have to remember, those 2 gentlemen are academic professors.
Okay.
They work at schools, and people should have the right to transfer schools at the end of the semester. I think that's the only reason it's there. Now, if they want to come up with get the CBA, stop your crying, get your coaches together and your conference commissioner and put together the CBA to work it out with your players. And maybe all this crying in that, man, you got the president on it. You got folks in Congress talking about it. You know, we got all these rules, but all them people are going to have to go to them 9 people and convince them that they got a system that's going to not violate 100 years of American labor law.
Yeah, but that's not labor law. See, that's why I say it's
you know what I'm saying. The point is, but it's educational law.
Yeah, but it's a difference. That's why I say it's a difference when
moving from the university
and complain about
from the university.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's different when you try to cap the money. It's different when you go to a university. You can't just go enroll when you want to. You gotta work.
You gotta be able to be released though, right?
Right. It's all that, and it's rules that surround it, and you can't just go to university and enroll. You gotta have your credits gotta transfer. You feel what I'm saying? So it's rules.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
Yeah,
in some cases.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can start over another new program, but
right. Yeah. I'm saying generally, if you want to stay where you are,
this whole university madness is what's crazy.
Right. It's some rules and constraints. So it's like I understand, and I think it's a legitimate argument, not necessarily to suppress someone's right, but I think there needs to be some rules as far as the transfer.
The reason it's a labor law practice is
for transfer portal.
Listen, yes, I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
It's like your job would tell you, yeah, man, I see you want to go to that other company, but you're not gonna be able to do that for 4 months.
Okay, and no, that's legal.
No, it's not. Not if you're not under contract.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. Yeah, but
if you're not under contract, your employer can't stop you from going to another another employer. So willy-nilly scheme. This is like working it out. You're lucky. And I know, and whoever you want to, they're lucky. These people can't leave when they want to, just like you can at your job.
No, I agree. But if you have non-complete clauses in your contract, you can't.
If you have a contract, they ain't got no contract.
You can leave, but you can't go anywhere else.
They don't have a contract.
So there are even restraints in that and constraints in the job market, and it's not illegal.
What I'm saying, but in the job market, it's different. You have people that are working under a general contract.
Yeah, like
when I worked at certain places, worked at Regions Bank, at a general contract. Between them, they can let me go when they wanted to. They wasn't supposed to be able to violate my rights or whatever, but they still could. Neither one of us could violate labor laws. And I think telling somebody you cannot leave this job and go to another. See, that's what. And this is all the NCAA's fault, because when they could have changed it way before Ed O'Bannon, before the first $1 billion TV deal, they didn't. So they let the lawyers, I'm gonna just let you know, a lot of lawyers are not mathematicians. They just say, I don't know how we're gonna fix that, but I know that ain't right. That's why we are where we are.
No, I agree with that. I agree.
So I know I've seen a lot of people talk about the fixes, and it don't even matter about the labor law. Long as if they want to get rid of the portal, you separate from the university is something that the commissioners could do today. They ain't got to ask the courts about that. That gets rid of the portal. To me, the portal be closed. It'll be the Crimson Tide as sponsored by the University of Alabama primarily. Then everybody else can come on in, and y'all can get the Yellowwood dude and who else I got down there? Mike and Eds, just make it happen.
Oh yeah, but and I agree with you, man. That's the reason why we are where we are, and it appears like that's where we're heading to, man. Is this separation? So, dude, they can just call the shots. If you get away, the SEC just get away from the NCAA, then they can just be like, hey, brother, we having one portal. Right. The SEC got one portal, dog. Y'all do what y'all want to do. We got just like they're doing with the transfer rule. You can't transfer in the SEC, you know what I'm saying, after the spring window. And see, I'm just being honest with you. You can in the winter window, not in the spring window. But it's just like you got to look at two for the teams, and I know is
that because of the playbook, maybe?
No, that's just the SEC rule, bro. Because they know the SEC has this clout and people want to play in the SEC, so they're like, bro, if you transfer, you got to transfer out of conference to play if you want to play. And so people just standing pat, like, I really want to. They know they have that leverage and power of being the best conference in the United States. Nick, I said best conference in the United States.
Oh, he called you out, sucker.
Yeah. Bubba said,
did you run Nick off the YouTube? What you do to him?
Hey man, Nick gone, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll be back though. Nick on vacation, he'll be back. Man.
Oh, he's in parts unknown. Okay.
Yeah, in parts unknown, man. We had to run him off talking about the Big Ten is close to the SEC. He might have a point on being close, but you know what I'm
saying? Everybody close. They got pants and helmets, socks. And they got socks. They got fields.
Yeah.
But that whole thing he said about Mississippi State making a bowl game, probably needs a vacation.
We're gonna be watching that real close with Nick Watercooler Talk podcast. We're gonna be watching.
Hey, I'm doing my push-ups.
Yeah. Bubba said ESPN is by far the worst recruiting site. On 3, probably the best.
And they make you pay for
it. Rooster Mac in this jerk. All right, what's up, Rooster Mac? How you doing? Life, War Eagle DC. Hello, tight. Yes, sir. How you doing, Auburn Dad? How everything going, man?
Do you have a connection to FSU some kind of way? I think he said something about that.
That's Huggy, man. That's Huggy favorite ACC.
Oh man, favorite what team?
ACC.
You sure it's not AAC? They had the same results at the end of the year. Just
that's Huggy boys, man. Florida State Huggy boys, man. Me and Maurice was just talking about that, which is a Georgia fan, which is my brother. You know what I'm saying? He was just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? Hold tight, man, because Gus could surprise y'all, man. You know,
okay. Just like we surprised Georgia last year, so I guess you know. Maurice,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
He said, "Who's crying? I've been at work all day. I ain't no lady's heart." Okay.
I thought you were gonna say something about what's his name? Kirby. The Kirby was talking about that $20,000.
Yeah, we
your name on us.
Yeah, let me get to the end of this and we're gonna talk. I want you was talking about me. I want talking to me about that. I want to hear about that. Girl, PhD. Cowboys. Yes. Hello, classmates, DC and tight. Tight. I did not get my reminder. You are slacking, and I added you are slacking because she's talking about you, tight, and not me.
Oh wow,
you are slacking, tight.
Hey, I'm trying to keep it together over here. I had a lot on my mind today, trying to get it all out.
Okay. What's up, PhD? PhD, we'll just talk about it. Florida State put boots to Alabama in the first game, man. It's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all trying to put boots
on and all that. That's what we're talking about, man.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Kirby Smart and Dabo. Are they crying? Talking about
believe a member of the Capstone Coaching Clinic's crying out here.
All right, man. Tell me about this $20,000, man. You talking about? Talk to me.
No, he was kind of making comments about, we gotta. I guess he don't have a problem paying the $20,000 for you to become a committed recruit to the University of Georgia, but he want to put some stipulations in. See, Georgia adding stipulations. They got stipulations for what they're doing. Stipulations for moving violations, or you getting come in contact with the law enforcement, the long arm of the law to pull you over or snatch you up out of girlfriend house or whatever. You're gonna lose some NIL money. But he was talking about his recruits and how that they don't mind paying the $20,000 to put your name on the line, but if you flip, they want their money back.
So tight, they are what you're telling me, they are paying recruits
$20,000
a month.
$20,000
to be on the commitment list.
I think they've been doing that. But now they saying
it was. I remember, like, bro, last year this time it was 5,000 tight, and I was amazed.
Yeah, but it's going up, you know. But I just think so. But people was flipping though. Even people had people to flip, even though it was paying them because the contracts wasn't written correctly or something. So but now that they talking about 20,000, like, you gonna give my money back, Joker, if you don't come over to the school.
And, okay, you are a financial guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of a financial guy.
You are brilliant at finances. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. $20,000 a month per player.
Right.
And just say you're carrying 20 players. We're not gonna say the whole 25 to 27, bro. You're talking about $400,000 a month.
Rolex wearing. I thought you about to go into your Rolex wearing.
These schools are paying like, if they have 20 recruits in the class, you are paying like $400,000 a month.
Yeah, which brings me back to looking at some schools, even those that are better than Alabama, like they got these low recruiting numbers right now. It's like
that might make sense now, bro. That might,
and that's what I thought. I couldn't confirm, but I was like, maybe. But you got to get out early. But then people flip, because if you pay last year, just a no contract, obviously Kirby's changing his contract, but last year you paid a kid $200,000 and he did something like became an early qualifier.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm going to come up there in January. Now, coach, okay. Yeah. So they're still writing you checks from March to December or November. And then you flip the script. And like, but such and such, we had a deal. Oh, I ain't playing no cards, coach. What you talking about? And then somebody pick them up. And here's the thing, too. You actually, Alabama could come pay them back. Oh, how much you owe them?
Yeah, yeah.
So what are you limited? Where's people? Everybody's limited on money some kind of way. Absolutely. So even though you got the 20,000 going out to 25 people, what if they say, well, you got to pay them back? Okay, we got that.
Yeah, and that's what Hugh Freeze is saying. Hugh Freeze is like, he don't care about the money, but he's just saying, man, there should be some stipulation for if you transfer or leave, then that school need to give us our money. So if you're paying us $400,000 a month, all your recruit leave or whatever school, those schools need to refund us our money. You know what I'm saying, for this. So I agree with that, man. It needs to be some kind of recourse, because kids are just like taking money and just taking, bro, where can you do that in the world? And it's the fault of the NCAA and college football. That
caveat. Yeah, I would give you back a prorated amount.
Where can you go and just be like, look, man, yeah, I'm coming here to do you a service. Right. Take money and then just leave and
take it running and run.
Yeah, just like, bro, this is wild.
And I still say it's gonna be it's still a caveat to it. If I go to court and say I joined this list, so you paid me $20,000, so I would remain on this list. Right. I was on this list for 6 months. You owe me for that. So
no, dog.
Oh no.
I would have it in the
contract, dog.
That's what Kirby is saying. But Kirby is saying it's in these contracts that if you don't commit, bro, you got to get the money back. So it's like,
but so the difference in the contract gonna make people decide this place versus Vanderbilt.
Maybe. And that might be, man. And I'm just hoping
it's an edge.
Yeah, I'm hoping
this is the downfall to their team, to Georgia's team. Like, Dabo hit a little bump in the road with his 2-year stance on the portal, right?
He did.
Right?
He gave in.
So what if Kirby stands on this? Man, like this year, you giving your money back. You giving that money back. He go crazy in 2 years, not just 2 years. Yeah. He stand on it. Then he find out, like, is our defensive tackle?
Yeah, that'll make you change your mind. Yes, that'll make you change your mind real quick. Dabo Swinney backed up off of that. We not doing portal stuff. He backed up off that real quick.
He got a 5-star at the portal, by the way.
Yeah,
5-star receiver. Got a beast.
Exactly.
Somebody asked the question.
PhD says transfer portal. I skipped it on purpose. I skipped that on purpose, Bubba. So we're gonna come back to that at the end. And I'm gonna let Tite address that. I did it on purpose. PhD says transfer portal NIL stuff is a hot mess. Yes, it is.
It's a hot mess.
I love it, man. The money he giving, I love it, man. Congrats to the yellow fella, man. My guy. Because if you know what I'm saying, them guys weren't stepping in, man. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be tough.
And man, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep going on. Let me get the comments first.
All right. So Nick go down there.
Nick go down of the Mississippi State here. He said Mississippi State is going to go to a bowl game, 6-6. That's what Nick from the Water Cooler Talk Sports said. I'm sorry, Tite. I only bleed orange and blue like you, Tite, with crimson and white. Don't get on my nose, Tite.
I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna stay on their head today. Beat us. I'm gonna be on their head.
I'd be surprised if Gus don't go. Gus my nose.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Did you see what the point spread is for the Bama FSU and what Williams said about our season? No, what did he say? Please tell us.
He told about the season. He said, I said about FSU, but it was the whole thing about we're gonna kill a gnat with a sledgehammer.
Okay, that's what Ryan Williams said. Ryan Williams said that.
What he said.
I thought you were saying, "Oh my God!"
But I was just applying that to because they are one of the Nats that we I got you. Plan on smashing.
He literally said
that. Yeah, he's been on one. Somebody to get him sitting down for a quick. Like, excuse me, sir. This is not Auburn University.
Yeah, you need to, who we need to sit down with is DeMarcus Riddick.
He may need to go play with him in a minute.
It's like, bro, it's okay to have that confidence and stuff, but you got to assess your surroundings and assess. You know what I'm saying? Know what's around you, bro.
So their point spread is 11 right now.
Point spread is 11. Okay.
In June,
PhD, do they cover? Bubba says 20 bands. What? Yeah, Bubba, 20 bands.
Yeah, 20 bands, man. That's came out of Kirby. That was Kirby. That's coming out of his mouth. That's not.
Yeah, that was Kirby Smart said that. We're not making that up. 20 bands.
20 bands. You know, Bubba about to go. Bubba stretching right now. He's stretching. Hey, I don't know how old Bubba is, but they do have 25-year-old, 26-year-old seniors playing right now. So, Bubba, if you can,
Bubba stretching. You know what I'm saying? Fudging the birth certificate and everything, man.
Hey, man, some teams still use can't play fullback, go tight end. If you can't be a linebacker, get on that edge, make it happen. Because they ain't paying that kind of money out here, man.
I'm not gonna say the name, but when we played youth football, I was like talking to a coach, man, and he showed me a kid's birth certificate. Oh
my God.
He showed me a kid's birth certificate, and he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I need you to play whatever, do whatever this week or whatever, because this kid is not gonna be able to play. And I looked at the birth certificate, and I was a kid, and I was like, bro, that's a forged birth certificate. I'm like, that was real. The coach showed it.
Only comment I got on that is the Rock is in the building.
Woo, C-Hall, what's going on, my guy?
What up, C-Hall? What's going on with you?
Where you go, fam? Felix the Cat. That's my man right there. Like, Felix.
You got the cat. You got the LSU cat down there. Is that LSU cat?
No, bro, that's Auburn cat, bro. You see
that? My bad,
hat, bro. Come on, Felix, chilling.
He like. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm like, man, he said, okay, wow.
He can stand no business.
Bubba says Bama should be favored by 20.
Oh, Huggy. Man, how you gonna do that to Huggy, man? Don't destroy Huggy about that,
man. He said, man, let FSU beat Bama. I'ma act the fool. Me too, Huggy. Me too.
Right. Yeah, me too, Huggy. I'm gonna have a conniption.
Yeah. PhD says my friend said Williams need to do less talking and more touchdown. And I agree, man.
That's right, man. That's not what we do. It's a long time to be giving bulletin board, but he said it. So we're gonna stand on it until we get knocked down flat on our face.
He said, Bubba said, hey, I'm only 21. I played second string scout team, right tackle for a 3-7 Pale City team. I got all 4 years. Tell Kirby to give me a call. I know that's right, man.
Yeah, get signed and then withdraw your commitment at the very end.
Exactly.
All right, come on down to Tuskegee. Play 1 year to transfer to Alabama.
All right, let's get back to this. Tight, I'm gonna answer this, and we're gonna get out of here, man. Will you answer this? Because this question is to you from Bubba and Old Man Sports Talk, Pale City Mafia. Tight, how would you go about creating the CBA? Would it be for the whole NCAA or conference specific? Go.
I think the race is on to see. It's a race to the top because there are already people out there that's trying to bring athletes together. Problem is that it's like 3 big groups. I think one group has 5,000 members. And another group has, and mind you, one of those groups, they're taking in alumni members too.
Okay.
Because some of the people that have already graduated from certain schools and certain sports, they like, I got a concussion playing cricket or whatever. They want their money too.
Okay.
And meanwhile, there are conversations I've seen where they think that the conferences are trying to do something that's probably going to be skewed and messed up. But either way, both sides got to come together. The quickest way to go is through the conference. And if each conference is covered, I think you're fine, as long as the players that are involved agree. And that way you can have a lot more flexibility. And the SEC would have an advantage of saying, y'all know y'all want to be over here, so these are the rules we're going to have because y'all want to be over here. But I would tell you, if they're too strong, they're too if they're too strict, I think it opens it up for the Sun Belt to come up.
Right.
But it may open up something for the Big 12 to be on the SEC doing that. We ain't doing it over here.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Yeah. Got to be careful.
Supply and demand and lowering your leverage, man.
Yeah, sometimes you get over here, you ain't transfer. You got 1 day to transfer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I need to talk to my mom. 1 day, son. And then everybody's be like, man, you can transfer during June.
Yeah, you can overplay your leverage sometime, man.
You got to be careful. That's why I don't want them to do this whole Big Ten, SEC going to dominate or determine who goes to the championship. That just sounds like somebody trying to get sued. But that is my answer, and I'm standing on it.
Good answer, man. But yeah, you can't over leverage, man, because then you know what I'm saying. Somebody out there will be like, yeah, we come over here, bro. We're gonna give you money. You can go and leave. You can take commitment money with you. Good. So yeah,
right. Got no payback if you have to transfer to another conference or another team, but not another conference. Like you can go from inside the Sun Belt, but if you leave the Sun Belt, you got to pay back a certain amount of your down payment. It can get crazy, but that is the quickest way is through the conference. Every conference get it going on their level, it'll be fine. But then people can play against those differences.
Yeah, I agree, because it'll take a lot for man to do it as a holistic approach at the whole college football. That's a lot of play.
They better hurry up.
So
they better hurry up.
PhD says, did you all see that Tuskegee University, pride of the swift growing South, is having its first night game? Hope everyone enjoys, because doubt I will go. Did not hear
if they had a night game during my first 3 years when I was in the band down there, bro. I woke up on the field. Every home game, I woke up right there on the field.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. What's up, man? That's what's up.
That's like, well, I guess I wouldn't have been there if I was marching out, but I'd have came right back down, my uniform on.
Yes, sir.
Changed my clothes and came back. It'd been a party right there under the shed.
Yes, sir, man. It's gonna be a party. Believe that.
Ball and parlay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party down there.
If you don't know, go look it up. Tuskegee University, ball and parlay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party down there, man. Bro, it's gonna be a party under the shed too, because when I was a kid and I used to sell drinks at the basketball game, the football game, you go under the shed. Yeah, you was in a different galaxy.
Yeah, it's like you come out of there like, yeah, mama, I got in the car with my mom once. Last day before I got, I was in it. I worked all day. Usually I walk home, but it'd be funky, covered in yellow jacket stains and doggone Coca-Cola, because we selling sodas all day.
Yes.
Yeah, the yellow jackets hit me when I wasn't allergic at all. Like, get on out of the yellow jacket. Better make this money. Anyway.
Yeah, we talking about selling Cokes.
Man. Cokes had to get up in the queues and make that money because they needed that chaser.
Okay.
So I had so much alcohol spilt on me, and it was so much weed smoke, so much cool and Newport smoke.
Yeah.
I got in the car. My mom didn't say anything. Like 4 years later, she was like, when you was 10, when you smoking at the game, it bothered her for that long. But she's like, Mama, we just working. She's like, okay, I'm just wondering, because
bro,
you ain't smell right. We got new cars, but when you came home, you ain't smell right at all.
That's why I say you go under that shed for a long time. You're gonna be in another galaxy when you come from out there. You're gonna be doing what Huggy be doing.
Yeah, exactly. But every game, your pockets have mooks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big money. Big money.
Kids didn't know nothing about that, bro. We was hustling the football game. Young man, getting paid.
Legal hustle. You gotta say that. You gotta say legal hustle.
Yes. See, Huggy says, I'm almost as big a FSU fan as AU almost have been for 30 years.
How is that possible? Pick a side. So when Lawyer Tillman and the FSU and Deion played Auburn, who did you cheer for? What year was that? That was probably over 30 years ago. But who did you cheer for in that game? Do you remember that?
Deion, bro. God,
do you remember that?
Yes, I remember it, and I did not like Deion.
Deion did, y'all. He talked about he talked about everybody. Auburn said,
that was a pass interference anyway. That was a pass interference in that game anyway. Man. I still, I'm still mad about that game, man.
Referee didn't call it. Referee didn't go.
Yeah. Travell says, hope they have security, not the same Tuskegee we grew up in. Okay, yeah. My brother was down there the last time, and they got the pow and down there. I sold programs for $2 drinks.
Were
$1?
$1, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, back in the day.
I sold programs.
Yeah, they did. RTC was doing
programs for $2 and drinks for $1. Okay.
$1. Yeah. Because we did when I got in college, we did programs. I ain't like that. Wasn't no real money in the program.
No. I went with programs and I went with selling the buttons. No. Let me skip that. That's too much work.
That's too much work. Give me that rack. Rack them. Here go my $20. Here go my $20. Rack them up.
Let's go. Like you say, 2013, man. 2013 type.
What's that?
That's how long.
Did you get that game?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Thought that won 2013.
No, that was like 19 something.
Yeah, that was like we were in high school.
They had that curl.
Yeah, he did, man. Yeah, he said a quick story about him and Bo Jackson, man. We're gonna get out of here. He said wrong game 2013 was the natty. I pulled slightly more for AU. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Man, yeah. Forgot about that. 13 seconds. Quick story about Bo Jackson. Did you hear the story about Bo Jackson and
Deion? Yeah.
Deion, when Deion said, man, he had the angle on Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was running down the sideline. He had the angle on him. He said he ran him down, caught up to him. He said, you know what I'm saying? He was finna tackle him. He said, Bo Jackson turned to him and says, son, you're gonna be great. But not today. God bless you. Laid him down.
Say, bless me, lay me down.
Yes, laid me down, man. Say, you're gonna be great, son. But the day is not that day. Say, Bo laid him down and kept running.
Wow.
Funny story. Yeah, he said wrong game.
How can they find you, DC, before we get out?
All right, let me read PhD. You know what I'm saying? PhD, you know what I'm saying? Do what PhD do if you kind of, step the PhD the wrong way. Glad I caught some of the show. Be well, 89 and 46. That's right.
46.
He said, bro did Prime so dirty. Yeah.
Hey, he deserved it. It's like he owed it to him.
Yeah, he said that was the day Deion learned the term business decision. That's right.
Yeah.
You can find me tight. You can find me at Auburn_sports on all platforms at
Auburn fans and everything.
ADDICTS-TV on YouTube.
MySpace.
Y'all like subscribe, man. Y'all go to both channels, man. Hit the like button before you leave. Hit the like button, man. We are growing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got my phone right here. Guess what? Just in case Barstool Sports called me tight to sign us up. I got the phone right here. I got the phone right here, man. Wait. Okay. Tight, where can they find you, man?
I'm out here on YouTube and Facebook primarily. Just want everybody to know, Roll Tide, tell you the doors of the church is open. If you tired of your coach telling you don't have the players it takes to get to the next level, come on over here. We got the players. We got the mentality. We got the trophies to prove that we know how to get there. So come on. The doors to the titles are open.
That's what's
Tight Sports, Roll Tide to you. Come on.
What's up, man. Y'all don't drink.
Won't you come?
Damn Jones.
I'm gonna give me some white gloves today, but the end of the show, some white gloves so I can. Won't you come? Yes, I'm gonna add them. Put that on my list.
Man, they say great show, man. Great show. Appreciate it, man. Time for Huggy to blow something. That's what we was talking about. That's what happens.
Yeah, they used to blow it at us though.
The football game under the shed.
How you outside and that stuff just linger in the air?
Yeah.
That shed's powerful.
I can't even imagine. He said, Huggy said white gloves. Yeah, it is what it is, man. All right, man. We'll see y'all for my channel. We'll see y'all on Sunday, man. For Have You Heard Auburn News Today and Tight. We'll see you on your channel
Monday, 7:30 around the herd, covering everything about the University of Alabama athletics as we see fit.
That's what's up. And I will say War Eagle to you guys.
Roll Tide.